Baskwera saying Mure Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zoom Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kanagari kutanka kukuya paneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchungwa subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Naskwera Zimbabwe takwigirai nyaya irikupisa nyaya netsa mbato rezano PF ngondo yetuma factions Mnangagwa na Chiwenga yazoenda pajekerere yazoenda pachena. They've declared open war on each other azvina kumira mushe mbato rezano PF muri Zimbabwe. Ndifunga takaona pane matensions arimo ari kusimuka mumaparties provincial structures emuharare. Two factions aengage in an open conflict nenyaya kupusha President Mnangagwa's term limit beyond 2028. Situation here is a boiling point. Last week, pane group realigned na Vice President Constantino Chiwenga announce a suspension ya provincial chairperson we Harare va Goodwill Masimirembwa echinzi nyaya yake ya 23 agenda ingakonzeresa bongozo mbatalizano PF muri Zimbabwe. Wondo iyi yakaitika shirime kunje zano PF yakaita conference mu Bulawayo apo paitry kupasa resolution kuremove the presidential term limit from the constitution. So Masimirembwa wakabuda say one of my senior members arimu zano PF vachibeka this divisive move with President Mnangagwa watonge beyond 2030. Support yavo this agenda yakadraw criticism since Mnangagwa wakange vabuda pachena vachira vachiti aiwa handina basa nayo third term muri Zimbabwe. So this situation yakatora dangerous turn just before the conference apo Masimirembwa vakapisira mabusiness premises avo ari muHarare kuma avenues. They were petrol bombed. Tikaona a security guard angaripo achitsva arikunzi akasustain 80% injuries pabody yake akawanikwa achizoshaika. So Masimirembwa musi 14 November vakabuda vachiaccuse zviri formal nekudisrupt the party his vocal support 2030 initiative. Takaona suspension letter yakasainwa na provincial political commissar vakuda kwashe Damson vachiteta vachiti Masimirembwa vavhiringidza party nekusteta kwavakaita kuti President Mnangagwa arikufana kupusha beyond 2030 reZimbabwe. So tsamba iyi yakabuda express my concerns about the actions Masimirembwa kudivide party. So Masimirembwa vakabuda vachiramba allegations aya vachitaura vachiti they are upset and politically motivated vachiti it was a complete joke muri Zimbabwe. Vachitaura ivo vachiti Damson haana authority yekuissue suspension letter muri Zimbabwe. Vachitaura ivo vachiti masuspensions they are done by the deputy vice chair kwete Damson muri Zimbabwe. Zvinomira mushe Masimirembwa vakuramba vachimaintaina the 2030 agenda. Vachitaura ivo vachiti this agenda yakaadoptwa at both provincial and national levels. Nyaya netsa muri Zimbabwe Damson pavakabatwa nevatapa navo vakataura vavana kunge vaita reachable muri Zimbabwe kutaura kwatiri kuita. Zanu PF provincial disciplinary committee chairperson Ephraim Fundukwa vakaishuwa statement vachitaura ivo vachiti Damson vakasuspendwa nekuda kwe this action yavakaita muri Zimbabwe. Vakataura ivo vachiti Goodwill Masimirembwa was and is not a subject for any disciplinary process muri Zimbabwe. Tingazivi kuti munoona sei nyaya iyi. So ine letter yakanyorwa kunzi 14 November the Harare Provincial Executive Council yakabuda ichitaura iyo ichiti Damson pamwechete nemamwe members zanu PF 9 as they were suspended for various charges of conduct and abuse of office muri Zimbabwe. The members include the Deputy Provincial Secretary for Lands and Agriculture, Edson Ringwa, the Deputy Provincial Secretary for Science and Technology, Charles Matsika, pamwechete nema several youth league officials. Kutaura kwatiri kuita Damson ari kufesa serious allegations of corruption according to a suspension letter yakaissuwa ari kunzi akapiwa bribe ya $1,000 from an aspiring parliamentary candidate Linet Mahlaba Zimbabwe. Since he was going to make sure that manipulated the outcome of the Harare East constituency primary elections. Tsamba yakabudika kare since ari mamwe mabribes akareceiva anokwana kuita 2,000 Zimbabwe. Damson anaumira pabudo ine letter yakanyora achiaccusa vamasimurembwa nekuaccepta a 50,000 bribe from JB contractors for construction offices Zimbabwe's Harare provincial offices. Vamasimurembwa vakabuda dismissa maclaims aya vachiti aiwa ndeekunyepa Zimbabwe. Funga JB contractors lawyer Matsitsi Mazikana vakabuda vachidefenda vamasimurembwa vachitaura ivo vachiti allegations aDamson they were malicious and baseless. Zikanzi client yavo ainobvira yambo pamari kuna ainobvira yambo pamari kuna masimurembwa Zimbabwe. Asinaonera mushe 9 ma officials aya ari kunzi they are linked to the faction Vice President Chabvondoka Chiwenga anyenetsa zvinhu muzanu-PF hamusina kumira musha, hamusina mashata. This issue akabuditswa since the tensions have escalated within the ZANU-PF provincial structures in Harare as two factions engage in open conflict over attempts to extend President Mnangagwa's presidency beyond 2028. The situation reached a boiling point last week when a group aligned with Vice President Chiwenga announced the suspension of provincial chairperson Kudu Masimire, citing his support for the contentious 2030 agenda. This internal strife follows the recent ZANU-PF conference in Bulawayo, where a resolution was controversially passed advocating for the removal of presidential term limits from the constitution. Masimire emerged as one of the few senior party officials who publicly back this divisive move. His support for the agenda has drawn heavy criticism, especially since Mnangagwa himself has publicly opposed it. The situation took a dangerous turn just before the conference when Masimirembo's business premises in Harare's Avenues area were patrol bombed. Reports indicate that a security guard was also set ablaze during the attack, highlighting the rising tensions within the party. On November 14, Masimire was formally accused of bringing the party into disrepute for his vocal support for the 2030 initiative. The suspension letter signed by Provincial Political Commissar Kudakwashe Damson stated, firstly, by you personally and actively moving the 2030 initiative and sloganeering against not only the will of His Excellency, but also against the party and national constitution. The letter also expressed concerns that Masimire actions were causing divisions within the party. Masimire has vehemently denied the allegations, calling them absurd and politically motivated. That's a complete joke, he stated, asserting that Damson had no authority to issue a suspension letter as he had allegedly been suspended himself the previous Thursday. Suspensions are done by the Deputy Vice Chair, the one who chairs the Provincial Disciplinary Committee, he explained. Masimire maintains that he is still the legitimate chairperson of the province, pointing out that the 2030 agenda was adopted at both the provincial and national levels. That is the resolution of the party at the National People's Conference, he added. Attempts to reach Damson for comment were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, ZANU-PF Provincial Disciplinary Committee Chairperson Ephraim Fundukwa issued a statement asserting that Damson had been suspended. The provincial chairman, Comrade Gudus Masimire, was and is not a subject for any disciplinary processes. Fundukwa clarified, adding that Damson and several other members were under investigation for misconduct. In a letter dated November 14, the Harare Provincial Executive Council detailed that Emson had been suspended alongside 9 other party members for various charges of misconduct and abuse of office. These members included Deputy Provincial Secretary for Lands and Agriculture, Edson Ringwa, Deputy Provincial Secretary for Science and Technology, Charles Matsika, and several Youth League officials. Emson himself is facing serious allegations of corruption, according to the suspension letter. According to the suspension letter, he is accused of soliciting a bribe of 1,000 US from aspiring parliamentary candidate Lynette Matlaba, purportedly to manipulate the outcome of the Harare East constituency primary elections. The letter also claims that he received an additional 2,000 in bribes. In a counter-accusation, Emson alleged that Masimrembo accepted a 50,000 bribe from JB contractors for construction work at ZANU-PF's Harare provincial offices. However, Masimrembo dismissed these allegations as false. JB contractors' lawyer Tsitsi Mazikana also defended Masimrembo, describing Emson allegations as malicious and baseless. My client never gave Masimrembo an amount, she asserted. The 9 suspended officials are believed to be linked to the faction supporting Chiwenga, who is seen as a potential successor to Mnangagwa. Notably, Chiwenga is refrained from publicly endorsing the ED 2030 slogan and is thought to be firmly opposed to the campaign for the removal of presidential term limits. The push to extend presidential terms is primarily supported by party members from Masvingo and Midlands provinces, which are considered Mnangagwa's strongholds. As the conflicts continue to unfold, it highlights the deepening rifts within ZANU-PF as factions vie for power and influence ahead of the next general elections. Ndonyaka buditswa muri Zimbabwe ni myzimbabwe.com. Tingaziye kuti munonase nyaya yetu zezo munofunga mu comment section.